Hello, BookTube. I thought I'd come to you with a tag today. I saw this in a couple places. I watched Bill Rutenberg do this, and then I watched the Bookish Bryants do it, and I enjoyed both of those very much. I'll link their channels below. And this was created by Wonderfully Bookish. So it's a pretty interesting tag. I'm looking forward to it, so let's get going. So the name of the tag is What Makes Me Pick Up a Book tag. And so the very first prompt is, do you judge a book by its cover? I do. It's not the only way I judge a book, but covers, cover art, lack thereof, all will attract my eye. Books are artifacts, cultural artifacts, and when they have a way of presenting themselves, and sometimes it's in a good way, and sometimes it's not so successful. Now, it's never my only. Well, not never. I collect books, so sometimes it's very important, the cover art, and I'll pick an edition for that, or something that'll be very attractive. I think of that. I don't know if I have it easily at hand here. Yeah, let me grab this for you. Now this is the Ursula K. Le Guin Earthsea, and it's magnificently designed. And I saw this coming out, and I got it immediately. And that's a case of where it was. I've had the paperbacks, which I love. I've had other volumes, but sometimes there's the art matters. So focusing, number two, focusing just on the cover, what attracts you to pick it up? So just like with any art, I like many kinds. So the cover art on a Louis L'Amour novel or a Bernard Cornwell is going to be different than, say, the cover art on a World War II at sea history. It would matter how it relates to the book. There can be wonderful cover art that doesn't seem to have a doggone thing to do with the story. And I remember that with a lot of 1970s science fiction. You'd get this incredible cover, and then you read the story and wonder what the connection was. So, it's the connection and the various styles. So many things would attract me to pick it up. Number three, do you read the synopsis first or prefer to go in without knowing anything about the book? I will, if I don't know anything, read the blurbs and the synopsis and all that on the back and inside the flaps. I would probably even do that if I know what's going on. It's just part of how I handle the book at first. So yeah, I do read that stuff. Number four, do you have any auto-buy authors? Yeah. I'm not sure I've gotten everything they've done, but when I have an opportunity, Arturo Perez Reverte, Bernard Cornwell, history-wise, Nathaniel Philbrook. There's people I buy if I see what they've got. Maybe McCullough, a few of those. Number five, are you likely to pick up a book if it includes specific elements, themes, e.g., LGBTQ plus, mental health rep, disability rep, etc.? Probably in fiction, no. I wouldn't not buy it, but I don't go out looking for that type of thing. In nonfiction, it's a little different because if it's a work that's specifically geared towards the subject matter, and I read a wide variety of subject matter, then yes. So in fiction, not so much. I want the story to be first of all, and can include any elements. It just matters how the author handles it. But in nonfiction, yes, I go for themes or subject matter or whatever. So, yeah, yes and no. It just depends on what I'm reading. Number six, do you read a book that has generally negative reviews just to form your own opinion of it? No. I would never do that for that reason. I may read a book because it's on a subject that interests me, and I've seen some bad reviews, and I keep them in mind. I mean, I have reviewers I trust. I mean, I read the New York Review. I've got some right here. I read the, let's see, New York Review of Books right here. Now, these are fairly long. Here, let's do it right here. Reviews. I've got, let's see here. I've got a London review right here. There's not much point in getting them if I'm not going to be interested in what they've got to say. You read magazines and journals that have reviews a lot of times in the back. So if it's a trusted source, even if they have negative opinions, sometimes the review, if it's balanced, can say this is what's good about the book and this is what's bad. Or this is not so successful, this is pretty successful. So yeah, in that case, I'll read the book. But if it just gets panned and it's a reviewer I trust, why would I waste my time? So, number 7, do you ever buy a book just because another booktuber or book blogger has reviewed it or talked about it a lot? Yes, all the time. All the time. I obviously listen to Peg over at her History channel. She has Bill Rutenberg, Ernest Lee Eston, Steve Donahue, the list goes on and on. Jason Harrigan, Todd's Bursting Bookcase, Todd the Librarian. I mean, everybody reads different things. We all have, a lot of us have intersecting interests, but each individual is unique, and they probably are going to steer me towards something that I might have missed, and that's wonderful. Well, and I'm a librarian. I actually buy books from my library based on what booktubers say. So even if it's not something I want to read, I know I have patrons that'll want to read it, that have a similar interest. So yeah, sure. Number 8, is there anyone whose book recommendations you will generally always trust? I think I gave a list of some pretty good booktubers, and there's more. I mean, I'm just spouting off right now, and I'll finish this video and say, okay, you forgot these other 8 people, you know. So no, there's plenty of people that I really trust, and BookTube is good for that. There's some that I don't, and I don't generally watch them. So that was it. This is what makes me pick up a book, and it's a tag. It's for Tag Tuesday. It's also Election Day. I hope everybody that's in an area of the world where you can vote in the United States, anyway, today's Election Day. So get your vote in one way or another, right? And no matter what side you're on or what your political persuasion is, I mean, voting is a privilege. So I hope all is well. It did snow here a little bit, and it's a beautiful day, so I'm going to go out and enjoy it. Thank you, BookTube.